His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer, at number 10 Downing Street. The meeting took place as part of His Royal Highness's official visit to the UK. His Royal Highness affirmed the strength of Bahrain-UK relations, which are underpinned by the shared commitment of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, head of the Commonwealth. His Royal Highness highlighted that Bahrain-UK ties continue to go from strength to strength through close collaboration, strategic partnership, bilateral agreements across key sectors. His Royal Highness also emphasised the importance of enhancing coordination between Bahrain and the UK to support shared interests and promote the prosperity of both kingdoms. In addition, His Royal Highness welcomed the UK's full participation in the Comprehensive Security, Integration and Prosperity Agreement, SPIEF, following the invitation the UK received from Bahrain and the US to join the agreement and discuss further areas of collaboration on security and prosperity. Discussions also focused on avenues to broaden bilateral cooperation, matters of mutual interest, as well as the latest regional and international developments. In this regard, both leaders discussed efforts towards a GCC-UK free trade agreement. His Royal Highness and the UK Prime Minister further expressed concern over the recent escalation between Israel and Iran and agreed on the urgent need for de-escalation and dialogue. His Royal Highness and Starmer also reiterated calls for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, access for humanitarian aid and the release of the hostages. His Royal Highness welcomed the UK Prime Minister's remark on Bahrain's election to the UN Security Council for a non-permanent seat in 2026-2027 and agreed on working together to strengthen diplomatic efforts ahead of the kingdom's candidacy. The meeting addressed the UK's prominent role alongside allies in advancing regional and global peace, security and development. His Royal Highness and Starmer witnessed the signing of agreements including a second strategic investment and collaboration partnership, SIP2, signed between Bahrain and the UK to support two-way investment aimed at creating jobs and growth across the whole of the UK and in Bahrain sectors of mutual priority, including financial services, technology, manufacturing and the support of decarbonization. The partnership will facilitate the investment of £2 billion from Bahrain's private sector into the UK. The partnership was signed by the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Right Honourable Rachel Reeves MP. A new defence cooperation accord between Bahrain and the UK, signed by the Minister of Defence Affairs Lieutenant General Abdullah bin Hassan al-Naimi and the UK Secretary of State for Defence, the Right Honourable John Healey. The agreement reinforces the shared commitment to regional peace and stability and enhances interoperability and joint training between the UK and Bahrain. It will also build on the strong naval partnership between the two countries. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, the Minister of Defence Affairs, the Minister of Legal Affairs and Acting Labour Minister Yusuf bin Abdel Hassan Khalaf, the Governor of the Central Bank of Bahrain, Khalid Hmaidan, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. In the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and as part of His Royal Highness's official visit to the United Kingdom, the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Kingdom signed a second strategic investment and collaboration partnership, SIP2. The agreement was signed on behalf of Bahrain by the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and on behalf of the United Kingdom by Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa emphasized the strength of the long-standing relations between Bahrain and the United Kingdom and the steady progress across various domains. He highlighted the mutual commitment to advancing cooperation, particularly in finance and economy. He noted that the SIP2 will also support economic growth and job creation in both countries, particularly in shared priority sectors such as financial services, technology industry and decarbonization efforts. As part of the partnership, the Bahraini private sector will invest £2 billion in the United Kingdom to support projects that contribute to carbon reduction and sustainable development. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa highlighted that the agreement marks a new milestone in economic cooperation between the two countries. It also aligns with Bahrain's efforts to enhance a dynamic and attractive investment environment and boost the competitiveness of its national economy. He further noted that the UK's accession to the Comprehensive Security, Integration and Prosperity Agreement, SPIEF, following an invitation from Bahrain and the United States, will reinforce economic and strategic ties and create new opportunities that benefit both countries and their people. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa also underscored the importance of deepening strategic partnerships with allied countries to support sustainable growth, generate quality employment opportunities, promote innovation and enable knowledge and expertise exchange. For more on this topic, we had the following statement from the Director General of Bilateral Relations at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Sheikh Abdullah bin Ali Al Khalifa.
The relationship between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Kingdom is a deep-rooted and historic relationship built on solid principles of friendship, mutual respect, and cooperation across political, economic, security, educational, and cultural sectors. This relationship has been reinforced through exchanges, more than 250 high-level visits, as well as 47 memorandums of understanding and agreements and cooperation protocols across a wide spectrum of sectors. And we certainly look forward to enhancing this relationship in multiple fields in the years to come. Regarding the future relationship between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Kingdom, we foresee a promising future and bright future to the relationship, considering that this relationship, or the United Kingdom, is a key strategic partner to the Kingdom of Bahrain. We have a strategic dialogue with the United Kingdom that serves as an effective platform for reviewing progress and coordination on not only the regional and global issues, but the matters of bilateral relations as well. The UK's accession to the Comprehensive Security Integration and Partnership Agreement is also an indication of the strength of our relationship. And we also look forward to working with the United Kingdom as non-permanent members of the UN Security Council from 2026 to 2027. The visit of His Royal Highness builds upon key milestones that have already been achieved, as well as providing positive momentum going forward to deepen and strengthen the partnership and the relationship between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Kingdom in many fields, including the political, economic, and cultural and trade ties.
The Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Ahmed Al-Musallam, affirmed that the United Kingdom's accession to the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement (CCPAS) marks a new phase in the evolving strategic partnership between the two friendly countries in light of the historical relations that extend for over 200 years, and thanks to the care and attention of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, head of the Commonwealth. Al-Musallam emphasized the importance of the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement, its positive implications and its effective impact in widening or opening wide avenues for cooperation and integration in vital sectors. He praised the outcomes of the official visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the United Kingdom, which enhanced bilateral cooperation and joint efforts, confirming the shared desire to achieve further development and prosperity in the region. The Speaker explained that the United Kingdom's accession to the agreement contributes to strengthening regional security integration, developing cooperation in trade, science and technology, and playing an active and influential role in diplomatic movements aimed at supporting peace and stability efforts. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali bin Saleh Saleh, affirmed the United Kingdom's accession to the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement establishes new pathways for partnerships and growing strategic relations between the two friendly countries. Saleh noted that Bahraini-British relations are becoming more solid and are witnessing development and prosperity in various fields thanks to the continuous support and care from His Majesty the King and His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, head of the Commonwealth. The chairman of the Shura Council pointed out that the UK's joining of the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement represents a qualitative step and a prominent milestone in the record of Bahraini-British relations, expressing pride that this step coincides with the official visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the United Kingdom. He praised the diligent efforts and sincere endeavours made by His Royal Highness to open more horizons for cooperation and bilateral coordination with the United Kingdom. The visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to the United Kingdom resulted in the signing of several pivotal agreements that embodied the strategic vision for broader cooperation between Bahrain and the United Kingdom. Among the key outcomes of the visit were the signing of two strategic agreements to enhance cooperation. The visit is the second strategic partnership agreement in investment and cooperation targeting priority sectors to foster economic growth and create job opportunities in both nations. The second is the Defence Cooperation Agreement aimed at bolstering military coordination and strengthening partnership in security and maritime fields, contributing to regional security and stability while establishing a high level of strategic integration. Additionally, the visit culminated in the announcement of the United Kingdom's accession to the CCPA agreement in response to a joint invitation in Bahrain from Bahrain and the United States. This session lays the groundwork for a new phase of trilateral cooperation, enhancing integration, security, development and regional prosperity. Bahrain's ambassador to the United Kingdom, Sheikh Fawaz bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, welcomed the UK's accession to the Comprehensive Security, Integration and Prosperity Agreement, the SPIEF, as a new strategic milestone in the close cooperation and partnership between the two friendly countries. He noted that this accession reflects the depth of the historical relations binding Bahrain and the UK and their commitment to enhancing regional security and stability, as well as advancing shared development and prosperity. Sheikh Fawaz bin Mohammed also highlighted the significance of this important step, which coincides with the official visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the UK, in opening broader horizons for bilateral cooperation and strengthening the historical ties of friendship that have lasted for over 200 years. He pointed out that the UK plays a pivotal role in supporting international security and promoting stability in the Middle East, and that its accession to the SPIEF agreement will contribute to enhancing regional security integration. He expressed his hope that the UK's joining of the agreement will support the expansion of cooperation in the fields of trade, investment and innovation, and will advance the strategic partnership. The Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Kingdom have long historical ties, strengthened by the great interest of the two royal families in the development of these relations at various levels. The exchange of visits between both kingdoms have always yielded positive results that contribute to the prosperity and growth of bilateral relations. More in this report.
Strong pillars have strengthened expectations for a more distinguished future for Bahraini-British relations, based on the respect and appreciation that unites the two friendly countries, their long history of positive cooperation, their convergent positions, visions and joint coordination in many international situations, as well as their strong belief that cooperation and peace is the best way for humanity to embark on progress and development. For more than 2 centuries, Bahraini-British relations have developed and grown politically, economically and militarily, and became a role model for relations between countries thanks to the unlimited support of the leaderships of the two friendly countries. In July 2023, the visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the United Kingdom resulted in success in the signing of the Investment Partnership and Strategic Cooperation Agreement between Bahrain and the UK, which aims to facilitate additional investments of more than £1 billion in the United Kingdom, support the diversification of Bahrain's economy, and enhance cooperation between the two countries in the fields of clean technology, business services, and manufacturing. To further develop the strategic partnership, the first high-level strategic dialogue between the two kingdoms was held in October 2023, amid efforts made by the joint working groups emanating from the Specialized Ministerial Committee to expand cooperation in terms of multilateral cooperation and the latest developments on security cooperation as well as human rights. A remarkable development in growth increased bilateral partnership and was translated into the signing of many agreements, cooperation protocols, and memorandums of understanding, which reflect the deep-rooted relations between the two kingdoms.
The Speaker of the Council of Representatives and Chairman of the Executive Committee of the Parliamentary Division, Ahmed Al-Musallam, gave a speech at a high-level panel discussion as part of the second Parliamentary Conference on Interfaith Dialogue in Italy. The discussion, titled Combating Hate Based on Religion or Belief, Reducing Polarization, Preventing Dehumanization and Religious Militarization, is organized by the Italian Parliament and the Inter-Parliamentary Union with the support of Religions for Peace. Al-Musallam affirmed that Bahrain realized early on its humanitarian responsibility as an incubator of peace and coexistence between different religions and sects, as it continued its tireless work based on a humanitarian methodology adopted by His Majesty the King. He pointed out that Bahrain opens its doors to one of the most contemporary global forums that attracted intellectuals and representatives of religions from 79 countries during the Bahrain Dialogue Forum, which was attended by His Holiness Pope Francis and His Eminence the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar. For more of Bahrain's participation in the second Parliamentary Conference on Interfaith Dialogue in Italy, we have the following statement from the member of the Council of Representatives, Hassan Ibrahim Hassan.
Today, we are proud to represent the Kingdom of Bahrain in the second Parliamentary Conference on Interfaith Dialogue. This important event brought together parliamentary leaders from around the world to discuss ways to promote peace, coexistence, and mutual understanding among nations. During the general debate, His Excellency Mr. Ahmed bin Salman Al Msallam, Speaker of the Council of Representatives, delivered a powerful speech emphasizing the importance of building bridges between cultures and religions. The discussions focused on shared value that brings societies together and deepens awareness of the value of diversity and pluralism. The conference included several sessions on key topics: religious freedom, ethical leadership, education for peace, women's participation in public life, and solidarity with religious minorities. These sessions affirmed the crucial role of parliaments in advancing tolerance and peaceful coexistence. We also had the opportunity to highlight Bahrain's leading role in this field, thanks to the wise leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the dedicated efforts of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister. Bahrain is recognized internationally as a model in promoting dialogue, human rights, and respect for all religions and cultures. We return from this conference with renewed pride in our national values and a firm commitment to continue supporting efforts that build a more peaceful and tolerant world.
The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, emphasized the strong bilateral relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Russian Federation, noting the progress and growth they are experiencing. He highlighted the importance of continuing to develop paths for cooperation and coordination between the two countries to meet their aspirations and objectives. This came during his meeting with the Minister of Finance of the Russian Federation, Anton Siluanov, on the sidelines of the participation of the Bahrain's delegation at St. Petersburg International Economic Forum 2025, headed by the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Babco Energies, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The meeting discussed ways to enhance cooperation benefiting the growth and prosperity of both countries and their friendly people. As part of the official visit of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the United Kingdom, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, met with Lord Mayor of the City of London, Lord Alistair King. The meeting was attended by Bahrain's Ambassador to the United Kingdom, Sheikh Fawaz bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, Governor of the Central Bank of Bahrain, Khalid Hamidan, CEO of Bahrain Mumtalakat Holding Company, Sheikh Abdullah bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and senior officials and investment leaders from Bahrain. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa highlighted the long-standing strategic partnership between Bahrain and the United Kingdom, particularly in the financial and economic sector. He emphasized the shared commitment to further strengthen these ties in support of common goals. He noted that the recently signed second strategic investment collaboration partnership, SIP2, would help expand economic and investment cooperation, creating promising opportunities for both countries. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications and Chairman of the King Hamad Global Center for Coexistence and Tolerance, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, emphasized Bahrain's commitment under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the support of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to promoting the values of tolerance, coexistence and human fraternity alongside dialogue, peaceful conflict resolution and inclusive development. This came during the participation of the King Hamad Global Center for Coexistence and Tolerance, KHGC, in the second Parliamentary Conference on Interfaith Dialogue held in Rome. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed expressed his pride in the Centre's involvement in this prominent international parliamentary gathering as part of a growing strategic partnership with the IPU. He called for unified international efforts to combat violence, extremism and hate speech. He highlighted the devastating consequences of such phenomena on innocent civilians. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed also reviewed several of Bahrain's global initiatives rooted in the vision of His Majesty the King, which have positioned the kingdom as a model of religious freedom, interfaith dialogue and human solidarity. He highlighted the establishment of the King Hamad Global Center for Coexistence and Tolerance as an independent civil institution dedicated to advancing peace and mutual respect. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed expressed his pride in Bahrain's role as a reliable international partner in promoting global peace and security. He confirmed that the center adopts an integrated, forward-looking vision to build bridges of dialogue and mutual understanding guided by His Majesty the King's leadership and government directives. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed called on the international community to respond to Bahrain's royal initiative to host an international conference on regional and global coexistence. Additionally, he reiterated support for the initiative by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to develop an international treaty regulating artificial intelligence for peace and global development. The Minister of Oil and Environment and Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Mohammed bin Mubarak bin Dana, participated in a high-level panel at the 2025 St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, the SPIEF, titled The Global Fuel and Energy Market Striking a Balance Between Producers and Consumers. The panel stressed the importance of fostering dialogue between producers and consumers to ensure a balanced and sustainable global energy outlook. Dr. bin Dana underscored the deep-rooted ties between Bahrain and Russia, especially in the energy field, and expressed optimism about continued collaboration in key areas of mutual interest. He emphasized the value of global forums like SPIEF in building bridges between nations, driving policy dialogues and opening new avenues for growth. He said Bahrain's active participation in such platforms is part of its strategy to position itself as a competitive and attractive destination for global partnership and investment. The Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs issued a statement calling on citizens and residents to be vigilant and act with a strong sense of responsibility amid the current regional tension. The Council underscored the importance of national unity and social stability, encouraging thoughtful conduct and a collective commitment to safeguarding public order. It warned against being drawn into rumors or calls that incite division or disrupt public calm, cautioning that such behavior could threaten national unity and social stability. It stressed the need to refrain from a reactionary behavior that may carry unforeseen consequences or comprise national cohesion. The Council called on religious figures, preachers, and influential voices to play an active role in promoting awareness and reinforcing the values of solidarity and mutual responsibility during this critical time. It prayed to Allah the Almighty to protect the kingdom and all Muslim countries from harm. The Kingdom of Bahrain consistently affirms its readiness across various circumstances, particularly in the vital sector of food security. Effective partnership and proactive planning have enabled Bahrain to maintain a stable flow of goods and their export without interruption or delay. Amid the challenges facing the region, Bahrain continues to uphold its food security by establishing a comprehensive system that operates under well-thought-out plans, ensuring food stock stability through ongoing collaboration between the public and private sectors. The seamless movement of goods in and out of Bahrain's various ports underscores the resilience and stability of this sector, characterized by diverse products and stable prices. These outcomes are the result of continuous efforts that have fostered regional and international partnerships, ensuring a variety of sources. Furthermore, ongoing developments in storage and distribution mechanisms guaranteeing a swift response to any unexpected change. Shura Council member Ali Abdullah Al-Aradi affirmed that the Kingdom of Bahrain stands out as an honourable and pioneering model in the region under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. This came during his participation along with Shura Council member Hala Ramzi Faiz in a session titled Discussion on Coexistence, Peace and the Role of Responsible Leadership at the Second Parliamentary Conference in Interfaith Dialogue held in Rome. Al-Aradi emphasized that His Majesty the King has established through his ambitious reform project a national vision that recognizes all religions and cultural components, ensuring their right to express themselves and participate while promoting a collective spirit of citizenship. He noted that under this vision, the legislative authority in the Kingdom of Bahrain is keen to translate these orientations into effective policies by developing a legal framework to ensure the protection of diversity, combat discrimination and hate speech, and monitor their proper implementation. This includes active partnerships with educational, religious, and media institutions to instill values of dialogue and moderation in the community's consciousness. Shura Council member Hala Ramzi Faiz emphasized that the Kingdom of Bahrain serves as a model for embodying the principles outlined in the Marrakesh Declaration to support the rights of minorities and combat hate speech and religious extremism. This was stated during her intervention alongside Shura member Hassan Ibrahim in the special session discussing the lessons learned from the Marrakesh Declaration. She pointed out that the Kingdom of Bahrain has established a framework of peaceful coexistence and religious tolerance as a fundamental aspect of its national identity under the wise leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. This stems from a deep belief that diversity is a source of strength and that respecting religious freedoms is a cornerstone for societal stability. She added that the Marrakesh Declaration presented an advanced vision based on solid Islamic values and translated this vision into a clear call for restructuring religious discourse to be more aligned with the demands of the modern era. She also affirmed that parliamentarians today bear a significant responsibility in supporting this humanitarian vision by adopting legislation that protects religious minorities and provides legal framework to ensure respect for pluralism.